I can tell you personally, I have a 17-year-old son who's going into his last year of high school, and part of the evaluation process that we've already started is looking at what schools are going to offer, both remote and in the classroom, because our decision is going to be based on the university that shows strength in both areas, and knowing a little bit about the technology, how they're using that technology to make that happen.
They're going to be scrambling, all the schools. They're, trying to, like you were saying earlier, social distancing. How do I do that in the classroom and keep it safe? What happens if there's a second wave? What happens if there's a second shutdown? Now all the schools are scrambling to find and install a solution for the fall semester, which begins in a few weeks,
Yeah.
like just a little bit over a month. So there's an opportunity today to go knocking on some doors and inquire if they require inquire if they are in the need or currently seeking a solution. And like you mentioned, we have the solutions that fit into the number one, number two, and number three VMSs out there.
In addition to the social distancing we talked about, there's also been a lot of articles I've seen about creating a touchless environment where even the teachers or the lecturers can walk into the classroom and protect their own safety by touching their own personal devices or by talking to an Alexa in the room, start my presentation.
The Monarch offers, API, an extensive API. We offer a sample Crestron module that could be just plugged into the control surfaces as they are today, and you would offer a start and stop. But system integrators or value-added resellers could add to that and offer additional functionality within by leveraging our API. But Crestron, for example, offers an app that you can install on your personal device that when you walk into the room, let's say via Bluetooth, it will communicate to that control surface that's on the lectern. So I can either start and stop an ad hoc recording, for example. But our products, since they're so tightly integrated into the VMSs, a system administrator would just basically take the teacher's schedule of the various classes that he's doing and just type in and make a schedule, and our appliances will retrieve those schedules and execute those schedules. So it's automatic, touchless there. So I just walk in, I plug in my laptop, and I just present using my own tools by BYOD, bring your own device type of scenarios.
Sure. And I think that's what Matrox has really done well in the technology, is that you've actually created a workflow and an integration with not only Crestron, but Kaltura and Panopto, where you really use the strength of your integrations to make the hardware play well in any and every environment out there.
Yeah, yeah. Like that for example, that workflow that you have up on there, it was just a sample of like taking the camera that's installed in the classroom. It could be a PTZ. It could be auto tracking also. So the professor has the ability just to walk around at his leisure or her leisure, and then combine that with the presentation material. And the Monarch LCS and the Mavex offers various layouts. So you can customize the layout to be like a side-by-side or a picture-in-picture, for example. And then we could stream at one quality and record at a higher quality for like offering your VOD after. Because if you're going to be streaming all of these simultaneously moving forward, you may have to sacrifice the video quality that's being streamed because of the amount of bandwidth that's available per institution. So if you're doing the live streaming, then you don't want to offer like the same quality, if you will, for VOD offerings. So you can just automatically file transfer the recording right up into the LMS, and then you get a higher quality recording for VOD, like we were talking about earlier, Jen.
Absolutely, and that's where I'll pause for a commercial announcement to remind our dealers that Broadfield is your source for these PTZ cameras as well. We have great solutions from PTZ Optics, NewTek, Bird Dog, and Panasonic. And Wayne, you mentioned the auto tracking software. Panasonic, with some of the features they have available for auto tracking are a perfect combination with some of these Matrox encoders going into a school environment, especially when you are looking to integrate into something like Kaltura.
Yes, and then an additional piece that that we provide is a standalone monitoring tool. We call it Radar, and we also have worked with Panasonic to get CARES. So from a centralized dashboard, I can monitor all the units that are deployed within my facility, not only on local LAN or WAN or subnets, but also across campuses that are distributed throughout the states.